No Limit Texas Hold'em is the Cadillac of poker.
You don't happen to have $8,000 on you?
Oh, no, we don't use money in heaven.
Comes in pretty handy down here, bub.
Oh.
You just won $1 million!
You're making a run at it, aren't you? Rolling up a stake and going to Vegas.
Here at Planet Hollywood, grinding some hours for a free roll. Actually doing it at 2 places this week. There's a free roll at Bally's and there's a free roll at Planet Hollywood. Both for the same thing, essentially, both for a $7,500 guarantee tournament that requires 20 hours to play. There's $2K up top, top 15 spots to pay. It seems like pretty decent value. I don't think I'm really giving up any hourly here at Planet Hollywood. I may be giving up some slight hourly playing at Bally's, but I think I still have like a higher expected ROI in the tournaments than I'm giving up playing at Bally's as opposed to somewhere else. Gonna be putting in 20 hours at Bally's, 20 hours at Planet Hollywood this week. Bally's tournament is on Saturday, and then Planet Hollywood's on Sunday, so they don't interfere. Need a haircut, starting to look like a homeless guy. So wrapping up the session, not that long a session and really not any hands honestly to report. Ended up cashing out for $362, slight profit on about 3.5 hours of play there. It's kind of small for a house, don't you think? Here at Bally's, friend wanted to play a tournament here. They're 8 p.m. 2K guarantee, $100 first break. Have like 17 bigs right now. Lost a pretty big one. Ace queen to ace king earlier. Would have been chip leading that if I had, but didn't work out. One away from final table right now, and top 3 spots pay. We're trying to keep it going, and then after that works out because we're at Bally, so we need to grind some cash here after we ship this tournament.
Everyone loves a chop pop.
Cheers. Yeah, so success at the final table. The good news is we were second in chips. The bad news is we also had 8 bigs. Gives you a little bit idea of how crazy turbo some of these ones can get. Got down to 6-5 4-handed and then 3-handed. Once we were 3-handed, I was second in chips, and the chip leader was convinced he had way more chips than me and the other person, even though I only had like five more big blinds, but we gave him 800, me and the other guy chopped for 600 each. It's pretty decent, 6x return on your investment for a few hours work. About 11:30 now, going to hop in a cash game and grind out some hours. It's about 4:20 in the AM right now, and game finally broke at Bally's. From 2 tables to 1 table to 3 players, and just wasn't really gonna play 3-handed, especially when one guy only had less than $100. In for 3, out 255, so slight loss there. Planet Hollywood has 2 games going. Guess where we need hours? Planet Hollywood. Guess where we're going? Planet Hollywood. Well, as you may be able to see by the daylight outside, about 8:30 now, so been in the game for about 4.5 hours. So next hand, there's a tight passive player, opens to $10 from under the gun, and the cutoff calls, and I have ace queen on the button. Normally 3-bet here, but given the player who opened another gun, I'm just gonna call here. I think that's also fine. We go through ways to flop. Flop is ace 9-3 rainbow. Pretty good flop for us. The original raiser checks, the cutoff bets $15, I call. The turn is a king, so not a fantastic card. Cutoff checks me, happy to check back at this point. And then the river is a deuce. So it breaks out and he checks it over to me once again. I think we can go for at least some value here, so I bet out $20. He calls, has ace-9. Okay, dude, I lose. Nice hand. Kind of surprised to see that hand, but just paid 2 pair like incredibly passively. Well, recently the game got not quite as good. Was slowly replaced one by one by the young gambling guys who didn't want to fold to old man coffees who didn't want to play. I've been playing for 12 hours total, including the tournament. Oh yeah, forgot about results for this session at Planet Hollywood. In for 300, out 150, so lose $150 there. Kind of frustrating to play this long in cash and not make any, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Had some big hands, just to hold up.
Hi.
Hey,
From Vegas.
how's it going?
All right.
Back here at Bally's, ready to grind out some more hours. Let me just address one thing about grinding, putting in hours at a place for a free roll tournament. Just because I'm here at Bally's putting in hours, yes, I'm here for the hours for the free roll, but I'm also here to make money. So I'm not just walking up to a table and putting in my headphones and hoodie and just like popping on Netflix and just just toning out the world. Like, seems like a pretty great way to bleed off your chips and not really profitable. I'm still looking to engage with the table, still looking to exploit where I can and table change if the game's not good, etc. So just because I'm here doesn't mean I'm not looking to play really good poker. O'clock in the morning now. Had a pretty big hand go down. Started the hand about $340 effective. UTG plus 1 limps. There's 3 other limps behind him. Button, who's the only other real decent player at the table, makes it $15 to go. Wake up with kings in the small blind. So I obviously put in a raise here, make it $45 to go. Goes to the undergun plus 1 player, who then puts in a 4-bet to $140. Folds back around, the button folds, and it's back on me.
A lot of players like to put in the re-raise, the limp re-raise with pocket aces from early position.
Early position limp, 4 bets. I have kings. What do we do? Do we fold here? Is it always aces?
Players who do that never balance that limp re-raising range with any sort of bluffing hand.
It's this middle-aged white guy in like a nice shirt, been kind of active. If he always has aces, we just fold, right?
Never balance.
We could have something other than aces. We should just get it in. So I flat, of course, because I'm a bad reg.
Oh, idiot.
So we go heads up to a flop. I mean, if we're gonna set mine with kings, it's good to spike top set with them, right? King, Jack, 5, rainbow. We check, he jams 200.
Ooh.
We call turn 7, river deuce. Shows aces, of course. We show our top set. People do that in tournaments still all the time, but it's been a while since someone's done that to me in a cash game. Up a decent amount now, sitting around a little under 700. Pretty good game, and the guy still has about 400. He had quite the stack earlier, and seems pretty tilted, so let's get back in there and get the rest of the 400. Wrapping up the session here at Bally's, kinda early, I guess. Put in 7 hours here. Game went to 7-handed. People were just pretty tired. They just weren't playing any big pots. There was, after a couple orbits of a pot, like not over $20. In for 3, out 535. Little decent profit there. And So we're going to go to bed now. Just out here taking a quick break from poker. As far as the cash game went, cash game was pretty good. Gonna hop back in there. Was in for 300, cash out 565, probably 265 there. Let me see, at 11 coming in, plus 6 is 17. So I only need about 3 more hours in the cash game. Likely gonna just finish it out tonight, just call it done. And then I'll only have Planet Hollywood to do. And I think, let me look it up. At Planet Hollywood, I have 8 hours. So I need 12 more hours at Planet Hollywood, which is doable by Sunday. Just a little before 3 in the morning here. Got the hours in for 3, out 337, whopping $37. Not many hands, not much hands. Small pots, small hands, and ended up slight profit. That's about it. But played a decent amount today. Played 9.5 hours. Decent work day. Done. Have like 20.2 hours here now. It's good to go on that front. And now we can just focus on Planet Hollywood. Could feasibly, I think, knock it out in one session tomorrow. Today, it's poker, man. Well, now that Mission Bally's is accomplished, all we have left is Mission Planet Hollywood. Thursday afternoon, around 4 o'clock or so. I think, somewhere around there. Not sure if we're gonna put it in a 12-hour session. Maybe, maybe not, but we have until Sunday to get 12 hours in. Definitely doable. Waiting for a little over half an hour to get in the game, and good news is we just started up a new game. Usually new games that start up tend to be even better than games that are even going because people have been waiting to play, and when people have been waiting to play, they're usually not waiting to just sit around and fold. It kind of sucks while waiting around for a game. If you can get in a brand new startup game, it's usually better than the games are always going, in my experience. So let's get in there. Grinding a little under 5 hours so far, and it's incredibly boring. Crazy card dead, man. It's nothing playable, like, whatsoever, dude. It's just one of those days so far. 3-bet aces, got 2 callers, and took it down on the flop. That's about it. Like 40 bucks or something right now, but nothing really interesting. In the session for just under 6 hours now, and it had been pretty boring, and I was just kind of getting frustrated considering going home, but finally had one interesting hand where there's 2 limps of ace of hearts, queen of spades, in middle position, bumping up to $15. The bet calls, and a lady who's been really active, playing a lot of hands, and the big blind also calls the 15. Numbers full, we go 3 ways to the flop. Flop is decent for us. 10, 7, 8, all hearts. So we have 2 overs plus nut flush draw, and the big blind leads out $25. So 25 into 45, we have 2 overs, nut flush draw, not going anywhere. Don't see a lot of value in raising, and I just flat and the button folds. So we're heads up to a turn. Good news is the turn card is the king of hearts, so we make the nuts.
Not so
7, 8, 6.
fast.
Okay, not the nuts. Make nut flush on the turn, and the good news is she does not slow down. She instead bets $100.
Yes, get it done.
So we just call. Don't see a lot of value in raising here. Go ahead and see a river. River, complete brick, deuce of spades. This time she checks it over to us. And so maybe she was just bluffing at the 4th heart, or has like a decent heart in her hand and is scared that she's beat. And so I really have no bluffs in my range, I don't think, on as played. Just want to extract some value, just hope to get a crying call from a worse heart, really. So I bet out pretty small, only bet $50. Could size a little bit larger, could have shoved. I mean, you could have do a lot of things here, but I think I just want to go for as much value as I can. I think $50 was an amount that she would still call. She says she calls and turn her hand over and she might just wait and they'll give it to you. They'll give it to you, you know? Just gotta be patient. Folding is boring, man, but I mean, you don't make a living by this game by opening 3-5 suited under the gun either. So I have about 6 hours to go. Keep breaking there for now. Wrapping up the session here a little bit, not too long after the ace-queen hand. Just felt kind of tired. I only need 6 more hours there to get the 20 hours, and still have time, plenty of time to do that. If you're feeling tired and not in the mood to play, then you likely shouldn't be playing. In for 3, out 536. It's going well with cash and tournaments, up like a little over 1,000 for the week, which is pretty good. Yeah, but you can't beat 1-2. They don't respect your raises. Going home and crashing, basically. That's it. Well, not. Now, Saturday here at Planet Hollywood, finish up the last 6 hours. Also the day of the Bally's free roll tournament. Let's knock out these Planet Hollywood hours and then go ship a Bally's tournament. Got the hours we need here at Planet Hollywood in a pretty boring 6 hours. Really not a lot happened. It was like up 100, down 100, small pots, and no real interesting spots or anything. In for 3, out 322. Didn't really meet my expected hourly there, but we got the hours, so that's important. And we still got Bally's tournament to win tonight. Here are our Bally's. Going to win this tournament.
So Andy, you want to tell us what happened?
No, I don't. Poker's so dumb. So with blinds at 200 and 400, we start the hand with about 12,000 in chips, undergun limp, and then there are 4 other limps behind him. Look down at ace king on the button, and this table has just been calling pretty sizable raises pre-flop from limp calling ranges, and so multi-way. We have around 30 bigs. I really didn't want to like just raise to an amount that I would just be committed to on the flop. So I decided to jam all in here for around 30 big blinds. A little bit much, but I think in this, given the way the table dynamics were, I think it's okay. Blinds fold, undergun folds, and then the third limper says he is curious, and he calls. Everyone else folds, we're heads up, no more action. Flop comes 9, 7, 4, turn jack, river 10, so we do not improve. The villain tables, pocket choose.
Got him!
And he knocks us out of the tournament. That one stung a little bit to over limp, call off your entire stack with pocket twos.
People are the worst players on the planet, I swear to God.
But yes, the pain of free roll tournaments, right? About to walk into Planet Hollywood tournament now. Hopefully it goes better than the one at Bally's did. Let's go. Yeah, we didn't win that one either.
Oh, there's a big surprise!
Just a pretty uneventful tournament, really just pretty boring. Fairly card dead most of it, and then got down to 9 big blinds, shoved ace jack of clubs from the cutoff. Big blind called with 6s, and he held, knocked us out. I guess a bright spot was he was a fan of the vlog, so that was cool. That's gonna do it for this vlog, I think. Thanks for watching. Like up, sub up, comment down below.